Okay, we got the mic back. Ew, I forgot that I had the Twitch open because I was trying to figure out if sound was coming. But Yoko Sona Velkommen, what would it be a celery return stream without some failure, right? Let's see. What happens if I just hit default here? I guess now let me play this for a second. And now let's start this. Now let's start this. Okay, it all seems like it's working now. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I was bringing Hans for this, but I had a training accident twice, and I thought, okay, one training accident, it's all good, dog. Just use your command spells, you know? But then it happened a second time, and I was like, okay, now this is too much. Now this is just absurd, dies. Where am I at? Oh yeah, I remember. So it is Coral. So, Coral aside. Yeah, we're playing a video game. I forgot I need to check and see if new music came out today. It didn't. I guess I'm gonna have to just rip my own CD. I was waiting for someone to upload the new Tokyo Active Neats album, but it doesn't look like that's gonna happen, so, you know, it's all up to me. It's all up to me. Dies. It's all up to me. Gets struck by lightning. I have a bad feeling. Oh yeah, we only get... Ooh, this, I do have a bad feeling. We're only going to get 20% charge. I forgot we don't have Hans, who is the reason we get a 30% charge. Oh no. Oh no! But that should be fine, I hope. I think. Maybe? Ideally. Also, for your viewing pleasure, I listened to most of the Mashcore I downloaded by myself, since I know that I'm the only person that likes Mashcore. I know, I know. Don't all run and thank me at once. Hang on, I'm doing mental math. We really need to kill that guy. And I bet you're thinking why. Because he causes problems. Ginakol? Yeah, it's just Ginakol gaming, dude. Grow up. But that guy, he'll whittle down the Pope's health to where she can't take a Noble Phantasm, and then we lose like last time. And that's what happened last time. I mean, you weren't here to know that's what happened last time, but that's what happened last time. Also, a lot of this is breakcore, which, I mean, isn't a bad thing, but I downloaded all this music thinking, oh yeah, dog, finally gonna get oiled up and listen to some good old-fashioned original, just mashcore, something tasty. But no, it was mostly breakcore. Bro said, good old original. Original in question. See, on a good run where everything is fun, this can be done in like 6 turns. But in these less than ideal, it's not quite a steal. Goody is the name of the song, I believe. Which is what, like create or make? Maybe more like make. You don't really create food, you make food. Whatever. Kimi ga itenatsu wo. Is the name of this song. Why did I do that? For some reason I thought Shigenoble Phantasm here. My fault. I was a turn too early. And then everyone we love dies. And also Castoria. But look guys, it's Kaisar Gaming. What else needs to be said? A lot of things, but hey, we'll leave it at that. Don't worry, Luigi. We have on the event C that lets you hit through invincibility. Don't even fret. Don't even worry about it. There's nothing to worry about. See what I mean? Oh, are you kidding? 11. Had I not wasted that buff earlier, then Dreenico Gaming would be no more. Alola Region Gaming. This is an anime outro song. I can't remember what anime it goes to though. Oh well. Wait, no, is it? No, panty stocking, right? That's what it is, yeah. Yeah, that is what this is. Okay, okay. Alright, alright, alright. Give it up. You gotta give it up. And if you don't, I don't know, die. What, the scallop? Something popped up here. Get away from me. Listen, I didn't ask for you. I should have done the buff this turn, but... Oh, my fault, OG. We have next turn still. Boop. Doop. And then we fly down and doop. Me when I'm choking and dying. It goes hard though, right? It goes hard. Hang on, I'm doing some mental math. I can do this. I can do this. Okay, there we go. The sex noises were completely unnecessary, but whatever. The cats meow. Kill. Lancelot. Yes, I think I've made a grave error. Nah, everything's fine. Although Lancelot's gonna pass away, so I guess we did make a grave error. Get out of my hair. Gonna dice you like a pear. You're a loser like a square. Anime Miro. Bro said, name of the song. I watch anime. No, I actually know. I'd be like Miru. No, that's one like I am watching. Never mind. Kill. You know, okay, yes, this is more Mashcore. This is the last Mashcore album that I have. The last one was actually really good. This one kind of sucks, if I'm being honest with you. Aside from that, how you say, panty stocking, stocking panty, panty stocking, come on, feel alright song that they had there. Pretty loose. NP5 Aresh. Well, good for you, Dark. These album covers, though, for these albums have been great. Specifically, the last 6 that I've listened to have been great, because there's been a lot of them that just haven't been very interesting. But these album covers, now I'll tell you what, there's something that you should write home about. Get away from me. And that guy died. Have you ever seen that one movie? What is it called? Way of the Dragon? Is that what it's called? The movie that has Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem, and Bruce Leroy. I don't know why I've been saying a lot, but it's kind of nasty. I'll stop, or at least try to. Eat this. Oh, she only needs... Oh, that's crazy. Just one arts crit with all those buffs to get her to 1 hundo. We love to see it. Hang on, I'm doing some mental math here. I mean, we could just go for damage here. Or alternatively, we can make sure that we're nice and covered up. So let's go for the cover. Miss Goomba 39, I hope you're doing fine. I got the Pope. Clearly, you weren't here for the painful experience it was getting the Pope, and also didn't check the Discord messages. But yeah, it took around somewhere in the ballpark of about 700 quartz, which sucks, but I got a lot of 4-star servants, including 2 I didn't have on this server, so I mean, it worked out. But yeah. It's just like Zadaku-san said when I rolled for her back on JP. She could sense my lack of faith. Now roll MP2. Yeah, dog. Tap in. Tap in. Give a donation and I'll roll. You know, just tap in straight up, dog. Just tap in. You tap in and I'll do some more rolling. Stop hitting. Okay, cool. Castoria's gonna die. But that's okay. I remember one time someone told me, it was back when that Da Vinci meme was really popular. They had told me that one of the twins from that group of people died, and I was like, what? Like, yeah, COVID got him. But see, they weren't saying it as a joke. I don't know if they got misinformation or were just trying to spread misinformation, but I was just like, anyway. Because at the time, I was like, no, I swear, I just saw a video of those fools doing something foolish. And I think about that every so often, because it's like, what would they have gained from, you know, spreading that misinformation? And it's not even like they were posting it on the internet. They were just talking about it in a Discord call. And it's like what are you gaining from this, honey? Like, what are you gaining? But your team comp sounds fun. Everyone like me, I have a status quo to maintain, so you know how it goes. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure you can just finish that off, Lancelot. Kill that elephant now. My back hurt. Watch me bye, more like goodbye. Making ivory? You mean the third family dog? That's what I thought at first. I was like, huh, you mean the dog? But yeah, it's the name of one of the dogs that we have. Elephant tusks. I mean, I get that, but like, that's just what I say. That's just what I'm saying. Like, you know, like, I don't know. That was the first thing I thought. I was like, huh, the dog? But it's like, oh yeah. Like, well, actually, you could say we're making a piano, because you know, in the days of yore, they used to use ivory to make the white keys on a piano. Listen, Antonio Salieri needs a new piano, so Genico, it's over for you. Yeah, we used to have 4 dogs, but what, 2 or 3 days ago, someone bought one of them, which is what we wanted. You know, it's not, you know. So yeah, because that, yeah, what was it, last year in January, we had 11 dogs, and then just over the span of last year, we slowly got rid of 9 of them. Well, I'm sorry, we slowly got rid of 7 of them, and then we had 2 left over that were baggage, I guess you would call it. And then it took until, like I said, 3 or 4 days ago to get rid of one of them. So now we're down to 3. And I think that's probably what we're going to end up sticking with, unless something really bad happens. And, you know, dogs just spawn, like in Minecraft or something. That's a lot. It was. And you know what? This might not surprise you, but it was not fun having that many dogs. It was really loud and smelly. It's loud and smelly with just 2 dogs. Am I on a farm? Just in the middle of nowhere. Farming dirt, I guess, is what you could call it. Dirt farmers. I heard a really weird sound above me. It's kind of like when there's door stoppers, when you pull them to the side and you're like, brrrr. It did that, like right above me. Which assumably is what just happened, but it's still kind of frightening to hear. Well, speaking of farming, one of my neighbors got chickens recently. And the neighbors on my other side, they've had chickens for a while. One time the chickens got out, well, one of them got out, and I was like, oh, cool, a chicken, and just ran away. And I thought, you know what, I don't know the neighbors well enough to tell them, hey, your chicken got out. And also I didn't care enough, so it was just like, Bro will make their way home, you know? Bro will make it their way back home. But see, the real flex is that most of, well, let me rephrase that. The real flex in my area is to have horses. There's some old ladies that come by every so often and they just like walk by or ride by on their horses and just leave a bunch of poop everywhere. And it's like, you know, I know you can't really control this, but jeez, you don't have to just leave this, you fiend. The song's a pain to listen to. So you're saying that you do hear the roosters call every so often? The proof of the morning because of your neighbor with the thing. Mata, onaji yume wo mite ita no desu ka? Oh, the name of the song is like they saw the same dream again. What the scallop was that? Bro, it's like it's raining cats and dogs outside or something. I'm sure you're not hearing it, but I keep hearing a bunch of really loud sounds above me. Above us! You've seen a few farms, I see. Yeah, and there's also someone that's nearby a local school, and they have a really small backyard, but they have a horse just in their backyard. They don't have a pen or anything or like a stable. It's just a horse, a live horse in the backyard. But again, it's a small backyard. Like, at least over in my neck of the woods, we all have really big yards because there's nothing around us, and we're all far apart from the society. But that guy has like a regular person's backyard. Like if you lived in a suburban area and they have a horse that just walks around in circles in the backyard. It's like, well, what's the purpose of that, man? Like, bro's life must be miserable. It was -11 this morning You know what I'm saying? Like, that poor horse is probably out there freezing. Not even probably, was out there freezing. And it's like, what is the gain from this? And I mean negative 11 Celsius, not Baronius Heitman. What do people use horses for? To look cool. It's a flex. Because it's expensive to have a horse. So if you have a horse, it kind of gives the impression you have money. And also a lot of people just follow that cowboy aesthetic for some reason and, you know, dress in jeans and button up white shirts and leather hats. You know how it goes. Sadie's hunt. Low. That's the Pillsbury Doughboy emoji. At least that's what I always think when I see that. Oh, word. The Pillsbury Doughboy. The carnival. So what you're saying is that you reckon yourself to be a Steve Minecraft created character with your alpaca wool. You know, I've never been to a Renaissance fair. I know you're just talking about a carnival, but a Renaissance fair is what I'm speaking toward. There was a Renaissance fair in Texas when I was living in Texas, and roommates were going to it, but they were going in different shifts, almost like, you know, like, hey man, it's my turn to take watch at the Renaissance fair, because one of them went one day, another of them went the next day, and then I don't know about the other one. But it just seemed weird. It was like, why didn't you guys just go together? Do you hate each other? Or like, what's going on here? But yeah, they did that. But see, a real one like me, that same weekend was at Dragon Ball Z convention. And I chose to go to the Dragon Ball Z convention because I'm real. You know what I mean? Like, I'm real. What is someone dressed as a peasant gonna do? I'd rather see someone dressed as Goku. And then I died. My dad went to a Renaissance fair, like my biological father, whomst I have a not often speaking relationship with. But one time they just sent me a picture and they're like, check, this was actually just last year. They're like, check it out, I'm at the Renaissance fair. My response, oh, that's cool, I guess. And then I think I asked him for money, like the great son that I am. The great plant. The amazing daughter that I happen to be. I don't know how I want to do this. That 100% crit right there is speaking to me. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, we might as well indulge in it. Might as well do a little something, something. A little something for the kids. I don't want to hear this song. This song's called Do You Like a Lot of Amen Breaks? I bet it's going to be more breakcore than mashcore, which isn't a bad thing. And you say that it'd be cool to see what it's like. I mean, it would be if it's a cool convention. I know that sounds mean, but you know, sometimes conventions suck. They're just not well done. But like a well done Renaissance fair would probably be pretty cool, yeah. Speaking of Renaissance fairs, yeah, I got nothing. But I don't think I talked about it. But how I've been having that selling Legos adventure recently, the last month or so, and then I unfortunately refound passion within building stuff out of Legos, trying to sell them. You know, it sucked. It's like there was this one joke in the George Lopez show, the one that was on Nickelodeon, and his mom had gone to jail, and she had asked him to hollow out a Bible and put a key or a knife or something in there so she could escape. And then he had said, you know, I started, hollowing out the Bible, but then I started reading it. And then I was like, I don't know, I feel like it's got a message or something. And that's pretty funny. But that's kind of what happened to me with selling Legos recently. Is, I started going through them with intent to sell. And then instead I was like, man, these are just really fun to build. And it's been downhill ever since. So anyway, getting back to the point at hand, is that there's apparently one of those Lego recognized groups of weirdos that are adults that build Legos, which, I fit into that category now. Fortunately, unfortunately, question mark, shrug emoji. But anyway, there's one of those groups in a town that's about 2 hours away from me and is officially recognized, which is kind of cool, I guess. And I was like, well, how do I join that? If I wanted to, just theoretically, not saying I do, not saying I want to, but like if potentially, maybe if I wanted to, ideally, maybe, how would I go about doing it? And it seems like it's not that hard. You just have to go to one of their meetings and show off something that you built. So just go and like, check it out, I made a banana out of Legos. And then they're like, the best thing we've ever seen, welcome to the group. But see, the part that turns me off to actually trying to join the group is the fact that you have to join their Discord server. And I'm like, get a Discord server with a bunch of adult fans of Lego? I don't know about all that one, Chief. And I bet that sounds mean, but I don't know. I just don't want to join a Discord server. Listen, I have Discord notifications turned on. I don't want to get a Discord notification like, oh, what was that? And then I check, and then it's like, oh, dang it. It's, someone posting their thing. I thought that it was Mr. Squidward finally getting back to me. Okay, F-Go player. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I pick who I don't even know. I can't even say anything. Like, I'm just a loser. Like, straight up, dog. I'm just a loser. Listens to Mashcore, plays Fate Grand Order, builds Legos, watches anime. I got a lot of things detracting from me lately. Taking a lot of L's. And just from existing, too. Oh, but one other thing that they had said, that if you join, you can get access to some type of, they call it an adult day at the Lego store. And that just sounds really goofy. I don't know. That particularly turned me off, is that being a benefit of joining their group and getting their membership badge or whatever, is being able to go to Adult Day at the Lego store. It's like, what kind of Weenie Hut Junior's adventure is that? I don't know. Like, I'm not saying, like, you suck if you go to it. It just sounds like something out of that episode of SpongeBob with the salty spittoon. I don't know. Not for me, I don't think. Although, alternatively, the whole reason I was also looking into it, too, is that if I ever went to, like, a Lego convention, I could go on behalf of the group and probably get a stand and everything to set up stuff that I build. But stuff that I build isn't that cool, really. It's cool to me, but, like, you know what I mean? It's not, like, objectively cool. I don't know what the point I was trying to make was, but there's some point in there, and it made sense to someone, everything I just said. I'm not someone, though. What's funny, though, is that over the last, 30 years or so of Lego... What is the word? I'm stuck. I can't formulate the linguistics. Vel, etter 30 år, jeg har samlet inn mye Lego, men de eldste har oppdaget, overlevda, men de nyeste har bruket. There we go. So yeah, that was surprising, I thought. Because how are you going to tell me that from 1979 it survived? That doesn't even make sense. Or 78? 83? Well, somewhere in that time. How did that one stay together? But those other ones are just like atomized. Doesn't make much sense. This song's called Anxiety. There's actually a lot of songs called Anxiety or Panic Attack in this genre of music. I don't get why. Maybe because the music itself induces those symptoms. One too many amen breaks gives you a panic attack. Although that really wasn't even a form of core, that one. But hey, whatever works, right? Oh, on the bright side, like I mentioned earlier with all that rolling I had to do that killed me, I did finally get NP5 Tamamo of the cat variety. I thought that was pretty snazzy, huh? Right? Maybe? I don't know. Possibly. I don't want to hear this song anymore. Oh, that was the last one. Cringe die. You know what that means. It's back to listening to Paris Match. Finally, the Mashcore arc is over. That makes it sound like I didn't have fun, but there was a lot of good Mashcore and Breakcore that I heard, but even more of it was just not fun. For every good song, there is maybe 6 or 7 bad songs. And I listened to about, I want to say close to 500 or 600 songs. Nah, maybe close to the 400. Because when I did a big upload to my phone a few days ago, I was about 280 something songs. And then I have about, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 plus 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11. So this is maybe about another 120, 130 songs. Adrenico, you're the worst there was and the worst there ever will be. Die. Oh wait, we can get rid of Smelly. And bring the other Smelly with us. You know that one episode of SpongeBob where Squidward got covered in concrete and sewage? And he was that one creature? And they were calling him Smelly. And Squidward was just like waddling around jellyfish fields, and he said something like, "Day 4, I'm hungry." And he's just like walking around. That episode's kind of, it's just Squidward torture, but it's also pretty funny, if I'm gonna be honest with you. But also, hey, Dusty Egu-san. Nice to see you, nice to greet you, nice to meet you. First time ever meeting you. Yeah, unfortunately I rolled hepatitis C over here when I was doing all that rolling for Johanna. But hey. Ads over. Hey. Nice to meet you for the first time ever, Dusty Egu-san. Thanks for coming out of the stream. A new face, always great to see. Never heard of you in my life before, but nice to see you. Have you ever heard of No More Heroes? I think you might like the game series. I know that I just met you, but you might want to check it out. Oh, another thing too. You know how I took like a week off from streaming between Johanna rolling and today? Well, like 2 people unfollowed me. You know, I say all the time that I don't really pay attention to things like that. I don't really care that much. But, you know, I just thought it was interesting. Me takes a week off. People must be dead. It's like Master Hugh in Elden Ring. How, whenever you leave and come back, he says, "I took you for dead." It's just like that. And then you're like, "Hugh, we just saw each other." Master Hugh. Aw, dang it. We didn't get the blue. Well, that might mean that next turn we're going to have an impossibly huge just attack that comes. The dangers of RNG. But how do Dusty Egu-san? You movin' and groovin'? You gotta go slave away in the brick oven? Slavin' and skewlin' must be rough. Hang on, I'm doing mental math. I can do this. I can do this. There we go. Bro, if you don't like Paris Match, get out of the stream. I don't ever want to talk to you again. We are Paris Match enthusiasts here. If you are not a fan of Paris Match, you will be killed. We will kill you and dispose of the body in an unceremonious way so that it won't be found, but when you, well, at least it won't be found right away, but when you will be found, your head's going to be buried, but then your butt's going to be up in the air with the seat of your pants ripped off. And everyone's going to be like, man, how does you die like that? Like, that's insane. But then again, I guess it doesn't matter. Because you'll be dead, so you won't even know that people are laughing at you. It's like from Blue Period, that one anime, and, you know, manga, where that one character was saying that they told a story about how someone told them that if they're feeling like committing the sewer slide, that they should get naked first, because if they still feel like embarrassed about being naked or found naked, and they don't want to die yet. Because it's like, if you don't care, then you shouldn't care how your body's found. Like, you know, you're gonna be dead. Who cares? And then they're like, and that's stuck with me ever since. And it's like, I guess that's real. Like, I mean, I guess that is real, huh? Because it's like, why would you care, dog? It doesn't matter. It's like, if you're still thinking of yourself like that, then clearly you want to be alive. And you know, I guess that seems kind of mean to tell someone who's having ideations of that variety, but they might be spitting. But don't take medical advice from me. I'm just smelly on the internet. I saw my grandma the other day, and I made one of those types of jokes where I said that I'm smelly, and then she said, well, you don't have deodorant? And I was like, no, I do. It's just, that's a joke, Grandma. Like, that's a joke. I'm calling myself smelly, and like, not the sense as in I stink, but it's in that I'm a loser. And it took away all the fun from that joke for that minute. Although that is true, what, not owning deodorant? Now listen. There's nothing to listen to. And hey, Space, a cowboy. How do you? You know that one anime, Space Uraname Ideon? It's pretty cool. Or at least I liked it. It's kind of weird, but I enjoy. Man, who is this? I got nothing planned for today, really. That's why I'm streaming right now. I'm at an impasse. My life has come to a halt. I feel like there's stuff I want to do lately, but I just don't. It's not even that I don't want to get started. It's just that I don't think I can finish, so I don't do anything. It's that paralysis feeling, you know, where you have a bunch of stuff you need to do, so you just don't do anything because you don't want to get started, because you think, man, I got 9 things I need to do. If I start with 1, I still have 8 left. How do I prioritize this? So then you just get nothing done. That has not been happening lately, but it's a similar feeling where I have some stuff I'd like to do, but yeah, you know. Yeah, no. I'm viewing something on the internet. Hang on. Okay. I'm back from viewing some internetage. What the? Man, worst cards known to Johanna. What's with this unluck lately? You think if you shake hands with an octopus, it would attempt to rip your arm off? I mean, probably. But, like, you're telling me you wouldn't? If it stuck out a tentacle, you wouldn't be like, yeah, nice to meet you too. And then it just, like, drags you in and pulls you deep. Hang on, I'm doing mental math again. How do we go about this? I think we just go for another Johanna chain, and we'll lower Ginako's defense. No, we can't actually. We gotta do this first. My fault, OG. Okay, now we can do this. Because with that attack, we should get her back to 100. Give or take. Yeah, it was really cold last night. So I had forgot there was going to be maintenance on the JP side of things. So before bed, I went to go and clear my AP, and then I thought, oh, shoot. So then I just took what was more like a nap for 2 hours, and then I woke up once the server was back online. And when I woke up, my face was really cold. It's like my nose, like I just had my face buried in snow. And the worst part is that I went to bed wearing a pair of tights, a pair of pants, a shirt, a jacket, another jacket, under 3 blankets, and then I woke up like, man, it's cold. So yeah, that wasn't too fun. And the weird part is, it was really cold. It snowed kind of hard last night, but now it's still pretty cold, but you wouldn't believe it because the sun's bright and shining. Oh, you cretin. And bro says, let me attack Johanna to get rid of all of her buffs so that she can eat this NP and die. Freak gaming, dog. What else needs to be said? French. Actually, no. Is that Portuguese? I think it is Portuguese. But I don't know for sure. Don't know, don't care, didn't ask. This song sounds pretty good. And you said you were wondering? Oh, if you're wondering, no, I don't have any. You can't, I'm not sharing. Oh yeah, that. Yes, you can do that. Let's see here. The Blessing of the Saint EX, it works on the male servants. But no, so even if you say that, I'm not gonna share any, dog. Like, it's for me to eat and for you to watch and be sad. That yogurt is not for you. I mean, what else needs to be said? You can't have any. And none of the granola either. That's for me. This song is nice. We love Paris Match. What's with this Johanna abuse, huh? Yeah, so I was talking about being a loser who smells bad and needs to be buried 6 feet under earlier for finding enthusiasm and putting together plastic bricks known as Legos lately. Well, there was something I wanted to work on later today. It's less of a matter of... No, let me rephrase that. It's more of a matter of, man, will I actually do it though? Will I actually get it done? What? NP charge? Them dogs are barking about something, but I'm back now. There was something I was talking about, but I completely lost my thought. Oh, yeah. How did she not hit any of those crits? There was two 50%. I think the way, though, that the way that something like that would stack is that instead of just being like, yeah, two 50%, you're bound to hit it. I think it becomes like a 1 in 4th chance of hitting one of them. But I could be wrong on how fractions work. I'm pretty sure that's how the math would add up there. Right? Like... No, I'm thinking if you wanted to hit 2, I just karate chopped a dice. Because I'm doing hand gestures while talking. Yeah, you don't see it. You'd think that since you don't see my face or anything that I wouldn't be doing hand gestures. But no, I do hand gestures all the time when I talk. Regardless of if I have an audience or not that's actually staring upon me. Anyway, yeah, so if you wanted to hit like I think a 50% chance twice, that's a 1 in 4th odd, isn't it? It's like 1 over 2 times 1 over 2, that's then 1 over 4. I think at least. Oh, well, we're pretty much done with this, actually. Getting the high value item. Get all of those like that. Yeah, we just need 500 more. So we'll start going for whatever. No, we'll go for whatever that item is. What is that? No, get away from me. I guess we'll see in a second when I switch the CEs around, but whatever that item's called, we'll go for that one. Man, what the? You're done with the whole event? Yeah, you were making big progress when you rolled, Johanna. So I'm not surprised per se, but it's still impressive. At least I think so. This is not that Hephaestian. I got a text message. Macedonia. Oh, like that one Key and Peele skit with the Macedonia. They went to an Albanian restaurant. No. They went to a Macedonian restaurant, and they mentioned a restaurant across the street, and then the guy got mad, and he said, well, see, we're a Macedonian restaurant. Across the street is an Albanian restaurant, or maybe it's the other way around. Whatever the joke was. Anyway, that's a funny skit. Let's see here. I forgot what I was doing. But it's okay, because I remembered. Nice. Yeah, there's something. I don't know what something is. Honestly, I'm just glad to finally be done with that MASH core listening adventure. And again, it really wasn't the worst thing in the world. It's just not fun feeling obligated to listen to a bunch of one genre. At least to me. At least in the terms, or at least in the sense that I did it too. So yeah, it's about that. It's nice to be back on track. Of moving and doing as I please. I recently read that manga. I mean, I mentioned it by name in the Discord server, but nothing further. That manga, Frisia. I can't say I highly recommend it, because it's got a pretty high barrier to entry. Not because you have to read some other work, but just because the content of it might be too much for the average Joe. That's not to say it's like some type of ultra hardcore, only cool guys can check it out, because if it was, I wouldn't have checked it out. But I'm just saying that it's got a lot of content in it, like sexual violence and gore. Not as in it's like showing someone's opened up brain after getting shot in the head, but it does have a lot of heavy violence and bullet wounds exposing organ. But that's kind of all of Matsumoto Jiro's manga, which doesn't excuse it or make it like, yeah, man, it's cool because they do it all the time. But yeah, a lot of their works have a lot of really graphic depictions of violence. Really crazy. I mean, the plot of the manga is, yeah. Which again is something that you see a lot with their works. They seem to like writing main characters who have some type of, either be it an illness they're working through or a trauma or something. Albeit I've only read 3 of their series and they have a bunch. I plan to read all of their manga, but just haven't gotten through to doing that yet. When am I going to do it? slowly over the span of the next several years. But yeah, the 3 that I've read, it's always like the world sucks and the main character is working through some type of trauma. To what degree is the trauma seems to depend on the series. Like in Frisia, the main character is clearly had something really bad happen to them so that they can't access most of their memories and they can't really figure out reality from fiction, or excuse me, reality from illusion maybe is the better word, because they hallucinate a lot and they keep hearing the sound of a phone ringing and insects buzzing no matter where they go. And then in Joshi Kohei, the main character is going insane because of, well, pretty much the same thing actually. They're having a hard time figuring out what's reality and what's hallucination. But their reason is because they're in another dimension, and to pilot these robots that are modeled after giant high school girls, that they are exposed to some type of energy that makes them go insane and slowly start believing that they're a high school girl. And then in Ichigeki, which is the only... Well, I'm also reading The Beautiful Place, but that one's ongoing. So I guess that's the one exception. So I've read 4, I guess we could say. Anyway, in Ichigeki, the main character feels incredibly guilty over their sister being... I think she was killed, and something else happened to her, but he feels guilty from it. And the big plot point is that because of that, he's become impotent, as in he cannot get an erection. It's not like it's an ecchi manga and it's about like him trying to come to terms with that and like go through trial by fire to regain that ability. It's just kind of something that's brought up. And then he seems to also suffer some type of just trauma, guilt of death or whatever from their sister. So yeah, that's 3. And The Beautiful Place, I don't really think that's the case. It's more just like the main character wants to be an upstanding citizen and conduct their duties the best they can, but they're just on a corrupt task force team, and they keep having to see that the world is not as pretty as they thought it was. But they have a lot of other series for me to check out, and I can do my analysis and figure out if that's just what they like to write. No, that is what they like to write. If that's 3 out of the 4 I've read already, that they have a main character who's like, yeah, man, I'm evil and insane. It must just be what they like to write. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I just think it's fun figuring these types of things out. Well, now you wonder. I mean, you could check out their manga online. I think Frisia has a physical release, but the rest of their stuff has not seen a Western release. Fortunately, unfortunately, shrug emoji. There's a lot of nudity in it too, and it's not really played up like how you normally see it, like anime nudity, where characters are drawn like a naked anime character. The way they draw the nudity, it feels like it's an actual human being. Not even just body proportion wise, but just how imperfect it looks, if that makes sense. Because a real human being is not going to be built like Ria Scrimmery. You know what I'm saying? And even if they are, it's not going to be as shiny and perfectly proportioned. So yeah, just the way that they draw their nudity, I don't know. It feels more realistic, which to me makes it a lot grosser. But that's just me. And yes, you're spitting true facts, Zeddy-san. Second dimensional enthusiasm, but it doesn't apply to any Matsumoto Jiro manga because everyone's drawn really just feels like a real person. The worlds that they make, though, I feel like a lot of fun because they're always just so hopeless in the same type of way that is hopeless in the Dark Souls universe, where everything's already as bad as it can get. But no, specifically Bloodborne. How, like, society's already pretty much fallen and no one really cares. And you tell the other characters in that game, you know, you're like, hey, I'm gonna go and try and fix everything. And they just say, why? It's already over, dog. Just pack it up. Just, wait until the end of days. It's always like that, where life just sucks, but everyone keeps going through it. Like, in Frisia, there's an active war going on, and there's always the threat of bombings and whatever. And just a bunch of other stuff that just makes their lives suck. But everyone just kind of lives through it, and they're like, well, I mean, it is what it is, I guess. Which I guess is realistic. If you want to be smelly, because even if the worst thing in the world, let's say that a meteor was coming to the earth right now, there's nothing I can do about it. Let's say that a missile's heading slowly towards my location. There's nothing I can do about it. Like, I don't know, run away? To where? So I just shrug emoji, I guess I just die. I guess that's what I like then, the acceptance of things sucking in the manga that he writes, because again, most characters in it, at least side characters, they're usually pretty indifferent to their world ending. It's like, I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, I don't know what else needs to be said. Guess I'll just lay here and die. I'm doing some mental math. We'll just attack and hope for the best. Nice. This song is nice. I've kind of been in a dry spell of what to consume. So I don't feel like playing video games, honestly. I don't know. I have zero motivation to play a video game. This is the most you're gonna get out of me is Fate Grand Order Commitment. But yeah, lately it feels like I'm just letting time pass by because I really don't know what I want to do. It's not like I don't have things that I could do. I have games that I could play. It's just, again, I don't feel like playing them. I say it all the time, but I really don't like playing video games. And it always seems like I'm just joking, but I'm telling you, it's the truth. I genuinely don't really like playing video games. I just kind of do it because I don't know how else to fill my time a lot of the times. But lately I've been having, okay, let me rephrase that. Lately as in yesterday evening, I decided on my next plan of action. I don't really feel like watching an anime, so I haven't been doing that, but I might invest more into manga for a bit. Because reading Frisia was a lot of fun. It feels like a lot of the time these days I don't consume things because I want to. It's more out of obligation. And you know what? That's not fun. Harumeria Hotel. Harumeria. Armenia? I doubt it. You know, I said it to a friend of mine actually this morning, but I hate that I got more of the Kriemhild butt crack CE than I did of the 3-star CE. That doesn't make sense. Listen, I don't want to look at Kriemhild's butt. I really don't. But the amount of CEs I have depicting it would say otherwise, I guess. So those last Legos that I sold, the guy received them. Now the lame thing about Mercari is that Mercari, you don't get your money for something you sell until the person leaves you a review. So I still haven't gotten paid, and it's been 2 days. But after 3 days, supposedly they just give you the money and say, yeah, you know, it's a failed venture, our fault. It's just not nerve-wracking, but annoying to have to wait for that. Because I know I'll get that guap. It's just, man, why do I have to wait for old Stormy Joe to go to and fro? In theory, tomorrow is when I should get the money. If not, it'll be a Friday. As someone who likes to try and plan every facet of their life, it's just annoying. What if I get struck by lightning before I can accept the guap? I guess it doesn't matter. Never mind, that question answers itself. Broken Tusk. I didn't know that's what that skill was called. That's funny because we were talking about that earlier. It comes full circle. This week's gone by kind of fast. At least for me it has. Then again, I've had stuff I've had to do. 2 out of the 3 business days we've experienced. On Monday I went out with seeing grandmother, and then yesterday I had to go to a doctor's appointment to get injected, which unfortunately it looks like, it's related to that surgery I had to get, and it's looking like they might have to try a new measure because I'm, I guess, barely holding on by a thread. And they mentioned that it's going to be a lot more painful, these new injections that I have to be getting, which isn't really that big of a concern to me per se. Like, whatever works, if it works, it works, I won't complain. But they mentioned that it'll hurt enough to the point where they're probably going to have to numb the surgery, or the former surgical site. I think, man, that sounds crazy, but whatever. If I have to get that done, another step back. They said they'll have that figured out come my next appointment on March whatevereth. But if I do have to get that done, I'm kind of tempted to just see how it goes raw. I bet you're thinking why. Well, I just kind of want to see what it's like. Because what if it's not that bad? Steel drum. It looks like my real journey will be getting the points opposed to getting this chop. Because maybe 10, 15 more apples, we should pretty close to having this clear actually. Love to see it. Let's go check on JP real quick. Steno. Or it's Steno. This servant offers nothing to me. Die. I was kind of worried they'd be some type of support that I felt like I would need, but luckily they are not. So nothing for me to worry about. Being honest, I wanted to roll for... Well, I don't need any more copies of Ashia Dolman, but it wouldn't hurt. I also wanted to roll for Kazera Doroppe. But again, I have sure arts servants that would definitely benefit from having her, but I don't know. I don't think it's something I really should be too concerned about at the moment. Also considering how much rolling I've been doing lately. But hey. Seems like a good enough group of guys. I don't know if Paris Match has released any new music in the last couple of years. They haven't quit their activities, but I don't know if they've released... I think they released a best of album not that long ago. But that doesn't count. At least not to me. At least not to me. Karasu. A crow. Bro, I'm gonna commit a crime. That guy just sent me a message. The one who bought the stuff from me said, hey, those minifigures are real, referring to the Legos I sold. So yeah, I know. I bought them. Gotta be nice. Where's my laughing emoji? The Rose like, hey, those are real, by the way. It's like, yeah, they were bought when they were still new. I'd be worried if they weren't. Hang on. Oh, the game crashed? That's cool. Let's see. Oh, now they're trying to accuse me of them being fake. Let's see here. Hang on. Ugh. Well, I guess I gotta deal with this now. They want to do a return. I'm not gonna accept it. Let me see. Man, I can't win to lose. I mean, hang on. Man, I hate having to do this type. I guess I'll have to figure it out on my own time. I guess I could end the stream and try and do that, but yeah. That guy's just trying to pull a fast one. Okay, I had to submit something to Mercari. Ugh. Man, I can't win to lose, can I? Okay, well now I've submitted that. Let's hope that works out. Okay, let's see here. Back to what matters and not arguing with people on the or on Mercari, not even the internet. Man, you got that sometimes evade, don't you? And it didn't work. Nice. Bro's gonna try. I don't know. They must. I don't have not have ever bought Legos before. if they think that those aren't real. Mostly just because, I don't know, I mean, newer ones maybe don't have it, but around that era they did have those 3 holes in the top. The open stud, as it's called. Ten health. You survive with 10 health. That's crazy. Oh, I'm out of AP. I'm not going to use any type of apple yet. that my mellow has been ruined by accusatory statements from someone saying I sold them fake product and is trying to get a refund, I gotta deal with all that. I guess I'll go and start, I don't know, figuring out how I'm gonna win this case. How I'm gonna beat these allegations. But yeah, I guess I'll see you later, alligators, and after a while, you crocodiles. As per usual, you can't see it, but I'm making a heart with my hands, so I heart you. Yes, you for coming through. You can see that emoji triple time over. So yeah, I'll see you later.